Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav on Monday tabled the Draft Telecommunications Bill 2023 in Lok Sabha. The draft bill seeks to replace existing legal framework that governs the telecom sector, comprising the Indian Telegraph Act 1885, the Wireless Telegraphy Act 1933, the Telegraph Wires Unlawful Possession Act 1950. In this video, we will take a look at what are some of the key provisions of the bill tabled. In a significant change, OTT applications such as WhatsApp and Telegram have been kept outside the ambit of the bill, as internet-based services come under the purview of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and not Ministry of Communications. Regulation of OTT was amongst the most contentious issues in the earlier draft bill, with telecom services providers such as Bharti Airtel, Reliance Jio, and Vodafone Idea pushing to bring OTTs under the regulatory regime to ensure a level playing field. However, experts have pointed out that the definition of telecommunication services is still very wide and may be interpreted to include internet-based services. The proposed bill, if passed, will also allow the government to take over or suspend any or all telecommunication services or networks in the interest of national security. A similar provision was included in the previous version of the bill as well. The draft bill also authorizes the government to basically cut off telecommunications with a particular country should it deem it necessary in the interest of national security. Additionally, it also paves the way for satellite spectrum to be allocated by the government and mandates biometric identification for issuing of SIM cards. The latest version of the bill states that the central government may, if satisfied that it is necessary or expedient to do so in the interest of national security, friendly relations with foreign states, or in the event of war, take actions that can include taking over the control and management of or suspending the operation of any or all of telecommunication services or any telecommunication network or parts thereof. The National Security Clause also allows government to issue directions regarding the suspension, removal or prohibition of use of specified telecommunication equipment and telecommunication services from countries or person as may be notified. The proposed bill outlines 19 cases where spectrum can be administratively allocated, including national security, defense, law enforcement, crime prevention, public broadcasting services, promoting scientific research, resource development and exploration, safety and operation of transport system, use by central government or state governments, in-flight and maritime connectivity, among others. The bill also paves for moving away from licensing regimes in the sector to authorization regime. While the term licensing has been replaced with authorization, in practice both imply that permission from the government to operate telecom services in India is needed. The draft bill also provides for taking back the underutilized spectrum. It also paves the way for government to prescribe rules for protection of users from spam messages, including measures such as prior consent of users for receiving certain messages and introducing mechanisms to enable users to report any malware or specified messages. Telcos will need to establish an online mechanism to enable users to register any grievance pertaining to telecommunication services. That is all we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us.